This country is cautious with its bases. Hello and welcome to N.D.P. News. Whether you're a returning viewer or a newcomer, we're glad to have you here. At N.D.P. News, we provide daily coverage of geopolitics and international affairs, diving deep into the latest developments around the world. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Today, we'll be discussing the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, and the various controversies surrounding its potential extension. Recently, Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. made a statement regarding the 4 additional military bases that the United States has access to under the 2014 EDCA with the Philippines. President Marcos stated that these bases will not be used for offensive actions, and that the Philippines will primarily protect its territory. The president's statement came after Manila and Washington agreed in February to expand the EDCA by naming 4 more military bases where American forces can construct facilities, bring in equipment, and hold joint training exercises with their Philippine counterparts. The 4 additional EDCA sites include a naval base and an airport in Cagayan Province, an army camp in Isabela Province, and a site on Balabac Island in Palawan Province, which is located near the South China Sea where Manila and Beijing have competing claims. These areas are in close proximity to Taiwan, with the tip of Cagayan Province located about 580 kilometers from the island. President Marcos emphasized that the Philippines will not take action unless provoked, and that the country is only doing what it's always done, which is to strengthen its efforts to defend its territory and the Republic. His statement seems to be an attempt to take a slightly neutral stance regarding the introduction of U.S. troops to the Philippines. The president's statement comes in the wake of a warning by Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Mao Ning, who warned that Manila's decision to expand the number of military bases under the EDCA with Washington may draw the Philippines into a whirlpool of a potential conflict in the Taiwan Strait. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement. An overview. In 2014, the Philippines and the United States signed the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, EDCA, which was aimed at strengthening the partnership between the two nations in terms of defense and security. This agreement allowed for the pre-positioning of U.S. military equipment and personnel in strategic locations within the Philippines, as well as for joint training exercises between the American and Filipino armed forces. The EDCA was seen as a significant step forward in the long-standing alliance between the Philippines and the United States, which has a history that dates back over a century. The agreement was intended to enhance the capabilities of both militaries and to help the Philippines build a stronger defense posture in the face of various security challenges in the region. The pre-positioning of U.S. forces under the EDCA was a key component of the agreement, as it allowed the United States to rapidly respond to any potential crises or threats in the region. By having military equipment and personnel stationed in the Philippines, the U.S. could quickly deploy its forces to support the Filipino military if needed, without having to rely on long-distance travel or complicated logistical arrangements. Additionally, the EDCA allowed for joint training exercises between the two militaries, which was seen as an important opportunity for both sides to improve their capabilities and build stronger relationships. These joint exercises involved a variety of scenarios and situations, including disaster response, counterterrorism, and maritime security, among others. Now, if you're still watching, it shows that you're enjoying the content. Please take a moment to give the video a like as we proceed. Controversies surrounding the extension of the EDCA. The EDCA, signed in 2014 between the Philippines and the United States, was intended to be a temporary measure for the pre-positioning of U.S. forces and joint military training exercises. However, with tensions running high in the region, particularly with China's territorial claims in the South China Sea, there have been discussions about extending the treaty beyond its initial timeframe. The EDCA was originally set to be in effect for 10 years. With the possibility of being extended for another 10 years. This timeframe was intended to allow the U.S. military to pre-position equipment and personnel, and to conduct joint training exercises with the Filipino military, without compromising the sovereignty of the Philippines or violating its constitution. The agreement was seen as a significant milestone in the Philippines' efforts to modernize and strengthen its military capabilities. However, tensions between the Philippines and China have escalated in recent years, particularly with regard to the disputed territories in the South China Sea. China's territorial claims in the region, which overlap with those of the Philippines and neighboring countries, have led to the increased military activities and heightened tensions in the area. As a result, there have been discussions about extending the EDCA beyond its original timeframe. This would allow the U.S. military to maintain a presence in the region and to continue supporting the Philippines in its efforts to build a stronger defense posture. However, extending the EDCA is not without controversy. Some critics have expressed concern that the treaty could compromise the Philippine sovereignty and that it could lead to an increase in tensions with China. Others have raised questions about the long-term implications of having U.S. forces stationed in the Philippines and whether it could lead to a permanent U.S. military presence in the country. The Philippines' geographical location makes it a strategic ally for both the U.S. and China, two superpowers that are now competing for influence in the Indo-Pacific region. As China continues to increase its military aggression in the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait, we will likely see further developments among the countries involved. Well, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment down below and let us know what topics you'd like N.D.P News to cover. And do not forget to check out our other videos for more great content. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.